struggle is becoming easier because the new mediums that are coming in, digital has come up in a big way. So when you look at actors like Suraj, and you see that the opportunities that they get today are far more. Do you think that had this medium been there in your days, the struggle would have been a little shorter, from Bandit going to say Satya? Do you think if you look back at that journey?
Each time the world keeps changing every few decades. Technological revolutions, it keeps happening, it keeps upgrading itself. I can't take a pause and think what would have been had this been that time. No, I mean that's a very wrong way to go. All I would say that yes, industry today is far more organized, right? Far more organized, far more professional. Than it was when I arrived in Bombay. There was no casting director. There was no concept of casting directors. Today, if you are talented, if you are skilled, you know your job, you have ability, in 1 year you will have 2-3 jobs. That's the beauty of this time. And with the digital revolution, what it has done that it created so many platforms for the talents to express themselves, and which is a very good thing. I'm also kind of making a lot of benefits out of it. Today I'm far more busier than I ever was. Earlier, one good script used to come up, in 6 months or 8 months, sometimes 1 year, because there was only one medium, cinema in theatre. But now you have films on OTT, and there are so many OTT platforms. There are so many new directors finding jobs. They are raring to go. They are desperate to tell their stories, and for their own stories, they want to meet the actors who are right for the characters. So Suraj, yes, you are right. Suraj coming in this time, growing up in this time, in his 20s in this time. He's at an advantage. He's a skilled actor. He's a talented actor, and he's getting that respect from the beginning. So, is the time which is benefiting him in one way, and it is I'm at an advantage in some other way. So we really can't compare it and stop everything and start thinking what would have been this would have been. That is ये समय बदल चुका है, और उस समय में जो सबसे बड़ी खासियत थी जो इस समय को नहीं है, वो भी देखनी चाहिए. वो उस समय की खासियत थी कि हम बिना किसी डिस्ट्रैक्शन के, मैं 10 साल थिएटर कर गया और मैं पैसे नहीं मिलते थे, लेकिन हमने थिएटर किया, हमने स्किल को बहुत सीखा, हमारे पास बहुत समय था क्योंकि कोई प्लेटफॉर्म्स नहीं थे, कोई और मीडियम नहीं था, तो उसका एडवांटेज भी था. आज वो एडवांटेज नहीं है. सूरज चाहे भी तो 1 साल के लिए छुट्टी नहीं दे सकता है. प्रोड्यूसर्स और डायरेक्टर्स उसका जीना हराम कर देते हैं. He can't have this luxury because he will have some offers which he will definitely not like to let it go. So there are many advantages to be working in this time. There are few advantages when there is no time.
So you should have answered it better. Suraj, the question for you is that you have worked with both the finest actors of their respective generations. Sharmila ma'am, you all know, she's an institution in herself. Himangu sir, who has been such a great role model for actors of so many generations ever since he walked and changed it all with Satya and all that followed. What were your learning experience and how intimidating it was for you, to work with each of them and to share the screen space with them, and what were the learnings that you would take away with you?
In as far as the learning is considered, there was a lot of learning. Obviously, they both have been doing this for a long time. They're extremely skilled people. But I will say there was no nervousness, because at the end of the day, बड़े सारे किस्म के actor होते हैं, but both of them now, at the end of the day, love to act. They love it. तो उस मामले में बहुत easy हो जाता है फिर सब कुछ. You go in there and you give it your best. They see that. They're doing their best, and together you're a team. कुछ उसमें nervousness की बात ही नहीं है. बहुत आसान होता है उल्टा.
So
When you're acting with people who are so good, it's freedom. That.
Students of the craft, really.
हेलो एवरीवन, मेरा नाम प्रियंका है और सबसे पहले तो आप सबको बहुत बहुत कंग्रेचुलेशन। गुलमोहर का ट्रेलर बहुत ज़्यादा खूबसूरत है। सिमरन, मैं आपसे सवाल जानना चाहूँगी। सबसे पहले आप साउथ में काम करते हो, अभी लास्ट रॉकेटरी इतनी ज़्यादा फिल्म को इतना ज़्यादा पसंद किया गया था, आपके काम को इतना पसंद किया गया था, बट गुलमोहर जो है वो OTT के लिए है, तो कहीं ऐसा डिफरेंस लगता है कि ठीक है फिल्म में ज़्यादा इजीली हो जाता है, OTT के लिए अलग है, कितना ज़्यादा डिफरेंस होता है? और सेकेंडली साउथ वर्सेस बॉलीवुड भी एक टाइम पे बहुत ज़्यादा वर्सेस में चला था, अभी तो थिंग्स पैसे बेटर है, लेकिन अभी भी कहीं कोई ऐसा डिफरेंस है साउथ और बॉलीवुड और OTT के लिए?
I think OTT has connected the world together. So, जो टैलेंट हमें पहले नहीं दिखने को मिलता था साउथ से हिंदी के लिए और हिंदी से साउथ के लिए, अब OTT उस चीज़ को साथ में ले आया। तो रॉकेटरी वॉज यस वन ऑफ माई फैंटास्टिक मूवी, नाइस मूवी, बट गुलमोहर इज समथिंग, you know, it is about family, and it drives me to get more unity, more togetherness, more support to my family. So theatre और OTT और नॉर्थ और साउथ के ये सारे डिफरेंसेस, जैसे हम अपनी फैमिली में डिफरेंस होता है तो कैसे एक दूसरे को सपोर्ट करके उसे दूर कर देते हैं, जो गुलमोहर में है, तो ये सारे OTT, थिएटर, TV, साउथ, नॉर्थ के डिफरेंसेस अभी मेरे ख्याल से ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है। I think OTT has, given platform to many talents, and talent की कोई सीमा नहीं, language is no bar for talent. So yes.
शर्मा मैम, मैं आपसे जानना चाहूँगी कि हम बचपन से आपकी फिल्में देखते आ रहे हैं, हमारे पेरेंट्स ने आपकी फिल्मों को इतना पसंद किया है, हम लोगों ने 90s का जनरेशन जो था वो तो आप लोगों की फिल्मों का अलग ही फ़ैन है पूरा, बट आप इतने सालों के बाद आपने कम बैक करा, तो जब आपने फर्स्ट डे जब आप शूट पे पहुँचे तो पुरानी वो सारी मेमोरीज ताज़ा हो गई, वो पहला मोमेंट आपका कैसा था?
It just felt wonderful, your muscle memory or whatever you call it, it just takes over. When you come in front of the camera, you feel that you've never left. You feel very comfortable because you've been doing it for so long that you're so comfortable with the camera. Like for the theatre people, it's the audience that matters. We don't see live audience because only when we go to the cinema we see them. Otherwise we don't know how they're reacting. These people, they can see that यहाँ पे बोर हो रहे हैं तो हमें थोड़ा सा कुछ और करना चाहिए, ये लाइन ठीक से नहीं हो रहा है, so they can experiment. The next show they will change there. तो हमारे साथ तो ऑडियंस का कोई वो ही नहीं है, कनेक्शन ही नहीं है. So हमारे जो भी है interaction is with the camera. So it's a wonderful thing because we can, when we are performing, we can see ourselves performing. I can hear my own voice, I can see my own expression, and then if something is not right, then we tell the director says no, and the director is the boss. If he says okay, it's okay. So etc. So I didn't feel anything strange in front of the camera. If anything, that from start sound to cut. So यहाँ पे, the first day मैं share because I only work in films. So this was my first OTT film, and so start, sound, camera, and I thought it was action. So I started speaking. उसके बाद there was somebody else said something else, somebody else said something else. There was 3-4 lines of communication, and then of course it was my turn to speak. So that was a very new thing that I learned very quickly. So it's a difference here, but otherwise film is a film, and it was just lovely because from the start sound, even the OTT start, whatever action, to cut is the moment we live for. All us are actors. उसी में आपको जो करना है आपको करना है. because that is recorded and that goes into the film. Then you can't change it. You can't, for theatre, you don't get a second chance to do it better. So that is everything for us, that moment. And that moment you're playing somebody else, like I become Kusum, or I become somebody else. So that is such a magical moment, I cannot share that with anybody. And that is the moment I live.
Welcome all. This is Seema Thawan from Network of Lifestyle Magazine. My question is for you, Rahul. So this film is definitely about the fractured relationships and how I'm sure that there would be a reunion also about the family after realizing the importance of the family bond. So what about the title? Gulmohar is certainly the name of a flower. So how did you choose the title and was everybody convinced with your title?
I think so, because it's such a beautiful word. You hear the word and you remember Gulzar Saab's songs to begin with, which brings a smile to your memory. It's very nostalgic, and there's some amount of mystery in the word, and it's very Delhi because you drive down the streets of Delhi in a particular season, you'll see the trees of Gulmohar blooming on either side, which is so beautiful. So very early on, my co-writer and I, Arpita Mukherjee and I, we decided on the word Gulmohar because I love the flower. I love, Gulzar Saab's song, Gulmohar Gar Tumhara Naam Hota. I love that song. And while we were writing it, we were convinced that the name of the